We are live. Welcome to the Halloween show tonight. Hey everyone, welcome to Paranormal Wavelengths. My name is Bob Saitner. I'm your host every Sunday night at 9 p.m. For some reason, Facebook said 9:30, so I'm glad there's actually people made it to the room at the usual time. And I actually made it before 9:07. It's 9:05. I am like running ahead of time. Got to knock on wood though, make sure I don't jinx myself. But I want to wish everyone a happy Halloween early because next weekend, I will be doing stuff with the family. Next Sunday, we do trunk or treating at the one church near us. So we'll be doing family stuff. So tonight is the Halloween special episode. Woo! Before I go any farther, I want to thank everyone that was out at Pensacola Paracon. It was awesome last weekend. I met a lot of great people that came out to the event, to the convention hall, to the investigation. And I met a lot of awesome special guests that were there, hung out with them. So I just want to thank everyone that came by the table and hung out and checked out the EVPs I had set up there. And some people bought shirts, which was very cool. And I even signed a woman's shirt. But it was really awesome time. I just can't tell you how much fun I had. And the people telling me their stories were awesome. I love that they were sharing with me experience they had. Some people had pictures. Some people had things in a box, but I didn't get to see what the guy had in his box. It was a little creepy. So I'm kind of happy I didn't see it because I wasn't sure what he had. But I really appreciate everyone that made Pensacola Paracon a success. And the cool thing is I will be there next year, it looks like. I was talking with Erica. But before I go any farther, I got some more details and stuff to tell you about the Pensacola Paracon that happened. But before we go any further, everyone knows what time it is. It is that time on the show when we have to get a word from our sponsor. And here it is, pedalsandsage.com.
For thousands of years, cultures from around the world have burned sacred plants in a bowl. To drive away negative energies and restore harmony. With these tools, you can smudge. By using the same techniques, musicians once did. So if you need items and tools for your smudging, then please visit pedalsandsage.com. Helping those in need. pedalsandsage.com.
Sending my light, positive energy. Have a great day.
That was pedalsandsage.com. And the owner is Pam Richards, who's going to be our guest here in just a little bit. And she's going to be live in the studio. She hasn't arrived yet, but she will be here soon to hang out with me. We got some fun things planned for the Halloween special. But yeah, definitely check out pedalsandsage.com. She has a lot of great products there that can help you bless your house, make your environment around you more positive. And she has other affiliates on there that if you're looking for anything to help you with cleansing houses and that, you can definitely go there. So that's pedalsandsage.com. Now back to paranormal, Pensacola Paracon. We had the first night they had an investigation at the theater, and we had over. That is not paranormal part of the Halloween show tonight. That is just the dog freaking out. But Saturday night, we had over 150 people show up to do an investigation at the theater. And it was crazy because there was only 6 of us there to help to run the groups. But I'm telling you what, it was fun. I know people say, oh, you got 30 people in a group. That's kind of hard. But we actually had a lot of activity going on at this theater. I don't know if it was my partner in crime that night was Scotty Rourke. He's the owner of ztalkradio.com, and he's a medium. And I tell you what, everyone knows my friend Scotty down here in Florida, and they call her the cooler. This Scotty is the opposite of her. He's like the magnet. So I'm telling you what, we had so much activity going on in this theater, and the camera just moved. It is not paranormal, I promise. Just bear with us. The camera's moving. Watch. Okay. Look at that. That is my psychic ability. I just moved the camera. Pretty good, huh? But yeah, Saturday was awesome. And as Rich said in the room, he had an awesome time. We got to hang out with some of the other guest speakers. And just the investigation part was awesome, meeting people. And I know there's some people in the room from Pensacola. I think Jason in the room. And we got to use his hack box in the one hallway. And I tell you what, we were getting answers like that. Scotty would ask something, boom, you get asking how you died, you get hung. And it was just really crazy that night. Then the funny thing is, Sunday night, it got even crazier. I investigated the Gray House with Scotty again and Scott Tipperman from Ghost Hunters International. And I've been telling people this story. I have to tell people because it is just spooky what happened. It's never happened to me before. We're doing an investigation, and we're in this pretty good-sized room. The front, would have been a parlor of this old house. It's called the Gray House. And as we're in the front room, Scotty said he's getting this, he can hear a couple fighting. And he said he's never gotten that before. You can feel the energy coming off the couple, their just negative energy. And I'm over in the back corner watching the group as Scotty's doing his thing. And all of a sudden, I look at Scotty, and it looked like something was over his shoulder. And I thought at first it was just sometime when you blink and you get that gunk in your eye and it gets kind of fuzzy. I thought that's what it was. So I blinked again, and it wasn't there. So I go to Scotty. I told everyone in the group, if you see something, just call it out. You never know. So I called it out, and Scotty goes, it was over my right shoulder, right? And I didn't tell him where I saw it. I'm like, yeah. He goes, yeah, there's something there. So I thought, well, that was kind of cool. So just as that happened, Scotty started talking about, he could still feel this negative energy. All of a sudden, this gentleman to my right, all of a sudden I feel this tap on my shoulder. And I look over at him, and I go, is everything okay? And he goes, I have to get out of here. And I'm like, are you feeling sick? And before I even really actually say, are you feeling sick? The guy collapses into me, and I catch him. And I'm like yelling, Scotty, I got a guy down here. So I flip him around, and right behind me there was a doorway into another room where nobody was. So this lady helped me. We grabbed him under his arms and dragged him in the next room, and I laid him down on the floor. Now, as I lay him down in the darkness, I looked down at him, and I don't know if anyone's seen the movie The Ring, but every time someone saw the girl on the TV and her mouth was wide open, like that, I know it's not pretty, but I looked at this guy, I looked down at him in the darkness, and I could see his face, and his mouth was like, I couldn't even describe. His mouth was so far open, and his eyes were almost rolled back, but you could see his pupils, and his hands were like all stiff. I mean, it almost looked like a football player when he get concussion. He wasn't moving, breathing. So I'm like, holy crap! I go, get the lights on, because I wasn't sure what was going on. And this lady in the group goes, I'm a paramedic. She gets down on one knee and starts to take his pulse, and all of a sudden he makes this noise like he's choking on his tongue. And she's like, flip him over. So as we start to turn him over, he makes another weird noise, and all of a sudden he goes, that's not paranormal either. But all of a sudden he goes, exhales, and sits up. And I'm like, thinking to myself, holy crap, are you serious? And the lady kneeling in front of him goes, sir, are you okay? Now, he's about 20, 22, 23 years old. And he looks at her and he's like, where am I? How did I get over here? And it was just messed up. The lady the paramedic was taking his vitals and said, his vitals are perfect. So all the guy asked for, he goes, can I get a glass of water? And we're like, we got him water and that. So Scotty, the medium, starts asking him questions. What he felt, if he saw anything. So I go to Scotty, I go, why are you asking these questions? And Scotty's like, he says he saw a shadow coming our way. And he thinks it was the male spirit that was fighting. And he thinks he hit into the guy. That's why the guy's mouth was wide open and his hands were stiff, like he was screaming. So I thought, that's kind of messed up. So it gets weirder. So we're talking to the kid, and Scotty's asking him questions like, hey, have you ever been in this house? Because he was getting a vibe off him. And the kid's like, no. He goes, I've never been in this house. I've always wanted to. I've walked by in it, and I knew this event was going on tonight, so I thought I'd come for the event. And he goes, my mom grew up in this house. My aunt and uncle used to own it, and she grew up here for quite a bit of time. And I was like, well, that's kind of messed up. This happens to the guy. He has ties to it with his family. But I'm telling you what, I've never seen anything that weird looking. I mean, I felt bad for the guy because I had to go sit out on the porch with him to see, get him some air and that. And it was just a wild night. But, yes, it does sound like Skittles hitting the floor. But it's a very large 90-pound dog running around. It sounds like he's tiptoeing around. Oh, but you know what else I wanted to show you from the Pensacola Paracon? These are how the shirts came out. This is the one with the kid. It's kind of my tribute to Poltergeist looking. That was the one design, and this was the other design I had made. I was selling there too. You guys have seen me wear this one before. But after the show, if you would like, starting tomorrow on Monday, you can go to paranormalwavelengths.webs.com and purchase a shirt. They're $15 each, and I got to figure out shipping. I think shipping will only be like maybe $5, if that. But I got to check the shipping. But starting tomorrow, the shirts will go on sale on the web, and you'll be able to check them or be able to buy a shirt. Paranormal Wavelengths, if you're looking to buy one, because I know some people have talked to me about it. Now, I wanted to talk about a couple events coming up. This Friday, I'm going to be back in Titusville, and they're doing a Ghost on the Coast tour again. They're just investigating Pritchard House. I'm going to be there. My guest Pam, that's coming on here in just a little bit, she's going to be there. And if you're looking for something to do next weekend, come to Titusville, October 28th, because we're doing a Pritchard House, and I didn't get to investigate it much. The last time we did the event up there, I was at a couple other locations, but I do know there was quite a bit of activity there where people were scratched, beds that were made were unmade, noises, shadows. Some of the people that were volunteers, and Yes, the zombies are working for brains. But some of the volunteer people that weren't investigators, they were just there to watch the door for the event. They actually left early because they got so spooked and couldn't handle it. They're like, man, I can't handle this, and they left. So I'm kind of excited for this Friday to be going back up there and investigating again. So if you want to come, it's going to be a small party too. I think there's only 12 spots open for the whole thing. I think it's 12, and I had about 8 tickets sold already. So there's only a few spots left. So if you want to check it out and looking for something for Halloween weekend, come to Titusville and check it out. Then the other event I've got coming up is in November. That is at the Green Cove Spring Jail in Jacksonville. And that is going to be actually, I got to get the details from Mike Roberts, but I think it's going to be switched the one night. And it's going to be only on November 18th. Don't quote me yet. It should be coming out Monday or so, the new banner. But we're all going to be pushed on to one night. I'm going to be hanging out with Scott Tipperman and them again from Ghost Hunters International, Patrick Burns and his wife, Erica that ran Pensacola Paracon, and I think one other guest, I'm not sure. I know 2 of them weren't going to be able to make it now. So if you're looking for something in November 18th, definitely come out. Check out the jail in Jacksonville. So those are the couple events we got coming up. And yes, Lori, I think it's Jacksonville. That's the area I think it's close to. But it's the Green Cove Springs Jail. I know you guys are up north more, so you probably know if it's right in Jacksonville or any outskirts. Oh, so Green Cove Springs is like a little town. Sorry. I figured Jacksonville's a big, the big city, so you know where to head towards. Now, let me see. Oh, I'm going to switch it up here. I actually got a video I found. I did something last Halloween, and I filmed it. And I'm going to play it here in just a little bit before we get Pam on. And it's kind of a funny thing. I hope I don't offend anybody with it. I'll apologize after it again, too. But first off, I want to let you know, do our announcement segment. Next week, we'll be off, like I said, due to Halloween weekend. Then the following weekend, we are going to have on, back by popular demand, we are going to have Scott Grinwald on. He is the host of The Stew, and he also was a contestant on Paranormal Challenge. His team was on there. I don't know if you've seen it with Zach there, Paranormal Challenge, where the 2 teams go against each other. Yeah. No, I'm not easily offended by, Tom, you're not easily offended. I know that. I hung out with you at PIA. But Scott will be on here on November 6th. And we're going to talk with him about what's going on with the stew, maybe who's suing him, and how it was to be on TV with Paranormal Challenge. Then the next week, on November 13th, we are going to have on Joe Kudo. I met him up at Pensacola Paracon. Very cool guy. He was partnered up with Scotty Rourke there. They do. Joe is actually the host of The Skeptical Ghost Hunter, and he is also the co-host of Paranormal Roundtable on Z Talk Radio Network. And he is also the founder of Northern Alliance of Paranormal Investigators. The cool thing I wanted Joe on for is Joe is very much a skeptic. It's like me, I'm kind of like in the middle. I believe, and I'm a skeptic at the same time. I can try and keep myself centered. Joe, on the other hand, he can be very skeptic. It was very cool working with him because I know his mind had to be like fried after this weekend for all the different personal experiences he had. And I tell you what, he tried debunking quite a few of them. One of them, we kept on hearing this bang noise at the theater. Sounded like someone had a billy club hitting off a piece of metal. And he tried saying it was the flag post. The only problem was the flag post was all the way at the front of the building where they were having smoke breaks. We were all the way in the very back left corner of the building where there's no way you could hear this flagpole banging the chain. We heard it right there in the room. So it's gonna be kind of cool to have Joe on here. Most people I've had on are very, mediums, paranormal investigators, just regular investigators. Where Joe is more very skeptic, and I love that he couldn't debunk some stuff because you could just see he couldn't come up with an answer, and I just want to get his point of view from the more skeptic side. So it'll be very cool to have him on November 13th. Then on November 20th, right before Thanksgiving, we are going to have you, as the viewer, is going to be on again. People are going to be sending EVPs, pictures, and videos to us. You can send them to paranormal wavelinks at yahoo.com, and definitely send evidence in, because I love going over evidence with people in the chat room. Everyone loves checking it out. So please, if you got anything, I know some people from the Pensacola event have already sent me some EVPs and that. I've gotten some pictures, and I got some new video people have sent me. So please, send anything you have to paranormalwavelinks at yahoo.com. Now, and then the following weekend, of course, we'll be off because it'll be Thanksgiving weekend. And we'll only have 2 shows left. I can't announce who's going to be on the first week of December because it's not confirmed yet, but it's going to be a very cool guest. And it's going to be, I almost said the name. Once I find out, I'll let everybody know, but it's someone I've never had on the show yet, so it'll be very cool. And then the last show in December, I'm actually going to have like a Christmas party. Paranormal Wavelengths investigators are going to be hanging out here. We're going to have like a little Christmas party. You're going to be able to meet the team, because some people have been asking me about saying, hey, Bob, you don't really show too many team members unless you're filming. And I thought, what, it's true. I don't really get a lot of people that are on the team do a lot of hard work behind the cameras, investigating, help me out with different things. They don't get enough credit, so we're going to have a Christmas party here and showing all the different team members, and people can tell you why they're in the paranormal field and give you background on them. So all right, here we go. I'm gonna pop this video up here. This was taken last Halloween night. Well, Halloween day and that. It's kind of a spoof. It's kind of funny. If anyone's offended, I apologize now. But check it out here. This is me being a professional guesstimator. I guess at a lot of different things. So check this out. Okay. Sorry. That was me messing up. Here we go. The real video. Hey everyone. My name's Bob Saintner. I'm the host of Paranormal. Hey everyone, my name is Bob Saintner. I'm the host of Paranormal Wavelengths. But some things people might not know is hold on one second, we're having a glitch here with the sound for some reason. Let me try it one more time. Hey everyone, my name is Bob Saintner. I'm the host of Paranormal Wavelengths. But some things people might not know is I am a professional guesstimator. I guess 50 chance of me being right. A lot of people don't know that about me. Tonight, it's Halloween night. It's 2010. We're doing an investigation. It's getting near dusk. We're going to be going up on this house. We're traveling through the woods here, trying to get to this location. Supposedly there's supposed to be maybe demons there, like something demonic happening. So thank goodness I went online and got my demonology guesstimating tip. For some reason the sound's going out, but I just said I'm a professional demonologist guesstimator. Yes, I have become a mute. I don't know why it's messing up. Out now. I'm guessing this is the location here where supposedly demonic stuff is going on. I'm guessing it's nothing, but this is the location right this way. I don't know, is there something going on with the IR light? I don't know, there might be something going on. Holy crap, what the heck is that? What the hell? What was that? What happened? What was this on the screen there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was, but I know one thing. We're gonna go check it out. Let's go, let's go. Come on, come on. Come on, run. I don't know what that was, but it moved pretty fast. I'm guessing it wasn't something human, the way it lit up and took off so fast. Right now, I'm guessing there's movement in the house. I've seen stuff, but, just catching my breath here. I'm guessing I'm a little out of shape. So, whoa, whoa. Another shadow just went by here. Come on, let's go, this way. Come on. Let's go. All right, we're on the side of the house here. We seen something light up in front of us and run, and then we saw some shadow run this way too. I'm guessing they're not human at the rate they were running, so I hope my guessing is on right tonight, because if it isn't, we could be in trouble here. Now I'm guessing that they went in the house here through this window. This is an easy one to guess because the window is open. For some odd reason, they've gotten this window open. So we're going to go inside here. Let me just reach in. Woo! I'm guessing someone didn't flush or something in here. There is a strong aroma, and I'm not sure what it is. Let me take a look in here. Whoa. There's something right down here. Come on down. Come closer here and check this out. I don't know if you can see this. Can you get a view of that? I am guessing that is not cat poop. I don't know. I don't know what kind of demonic creature could have gone in here, but whatever it is, it smells. Here we go. I'm guessing I'll be okay to get in here. I'm hoping I'm right. Oh, all right. All right, hey, you coming in? Oh, come on, it's not scary, I'm telling you. Has my guessing been off tonight? Pretty much everything's on. Thank you. Let's go, come on in. All right, let's go. All right, we made it inside the house now. We still got that strong smell of something in that litter box, and that's not cat poop. I'm guessing it's something different. But right now in this area over here, by this bed, I'm getting a lot of noises banging around in that. So, see, you hear it? Something's doing it. So we got a lot of banging noise. Let's look under this bed and see if there's anything under here, because I'm hearing stuff. I don't know, you see anything? Well, look at that. There's our demonic creature, a fuzzy little bunny.
Oh.
So my guess was right tonight. Something natural. Oh, God, my knees are killing me. See how good I am? I got to be like the greatest demonologist guesstimator in the world. So I'm telling you, when things like this happen, and my guessing's on, everything clicks. So I hope you guys all had fun tonight with this and helped us find our fuzzy little bunny. And sorry there, I still hear noise. I think it's that bunny coming up on me. I'm guessing it's the bunny. But I hope you guys all had a great Halloween. And I just want to tell you, the message here is, you can't just go online and buy a certificate and make yourself a professional. Please, go out there, research, do some reading. network with people that have been in this field doing demonology and stuff. Don't just go on the internet for $6 and get a certificate. Please, go out there, educate yourself before you go out in the field so no one gets hurt. So you guys all have a great Halloween. All right. I had something going on with that IR light again. That's kind of weird. What's happening?
It just shut off again.
Is there something behind me that I shouldn't know about?
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! All right, that was our... I hope I didn't offend anybody with the demonology guesstimating, but that's what we did last Halloween. We went out and guesstimated our way through an investigation, and for $6, I got this diploma with no problem. I didn't have to take no test or anything. But as you can see, I have Pam Richards next to me back in the studio here. I don't usually have a lot of live people. How you doing tonight, Pam?
I'm good.
Pam was here. It's almost a year since Pam was here, and I wanted to get Pam back on because last year when she was first on, she's actually the switch clicked on. Last year when we did investigations, not switch clicked on like, all right, Pam's with us. But what I'm talking about is her sensitivity. When I first met her, she was only getting energy signals that you could tell if it was a male, female, or a child in the room, right? Mm-hmm. You weren't actually getting messages through as clear as she is now. And yeah, 1 year, it's like, man, you're talking with Pam, and she's telling you all this stuff that's happening. But as I tell Pam, though, I have not seen an apparition yet. Every time we go on investigation, Pam sees things or hears things, but I never get to see anything. Nothing, ever. It's like, Pam, it can be right in front of my face, and I'll never see it. Why'd you say not now?
I'm getting messages.
It's like,
can you not hear?
Is it not am I not sensitive enough? I never get to see anything. It's like, it can be right in my face, and you're telling me, Bob, it's yelling at me, and it's like, I don't see nothing, and it's like, what the heck?
Meditation.
Meditation?
Yeah, that will certainly help.
It's hard, though, because my ADHD, I really can't meditate. But I'm telling you what, it just seems like I never, ever see anything. It could be like right in between us, and I would never know it was there, you know?
Really?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, Pam. Maybe if you work with me more, it would be easier. Because right now, it just seems like I'd never see anything. Like, I could be like this, like, whoa. And you'd be like, Bob, it's right there. I'm like, where? Where is it? I don't see it. Really? You know? So maybe you can work with me on this.
I'll have to work with you on that one, Bob.
Because it just seems like I don't ever get to see anything. You know? But, I don't know, hold on a second here. We're having a little issue with the camera. What the heck? Hold on here. It seems like my camera's messed up. My picture just went on. I don't know why. And it's kind of weird. Pam, let me fix it here. All right, let's see. It's almost like we're having some technical glitch here. Almost like something was manifesting. Let's see. Ah, there we go, Pam. We're back on. Awesome. That was kind of weird. It's like something was here, but I didn't see nothing.
Here, Bob. You really didn't sense it? You really couldn't
I sensed
pick
something.
up anything?
I sensed something, but I thought it was the pizza from earlier. Sorry.
No, please don't.
You don't want me sensing that?
No, I don't want to be sensing that either.
Because then it'll be kind of like that video. Woo!
Ooh.
I'm guessing there's someone that flushed the toilet in here.
Really?
But this is Pam Richards, and we're doing a Happy Halloween special tonight, early. And we have, the whispering you hear is not in a paranormal voice. It is small children moving through the house. But like I was talking about earlier, Pam, I've seen it, and I know other people have talked to me about that. You've come a long way from last year, where you're getting the messages a lot clearer. Can you explain like how it started, how it clicked on?
Well, I don't know that it really clicked on. I think that because I do meditations, and I think that really helps. But it's just happening. I used to see just clear auras and hear some voices, and now I'm actually seeing ghosts. I have one in my house, and hearing the voices on a much regular basis, and getting messages from people that when I'm on an investigation, I can sit. If I quiet my mind, I can hear, and it was never this busy for me before.
Now, when you say about meditation, I was talking about this last weekend with people at the Pensacola event. My opinion is I think everyone's sensitive in some way, but like you said, you do meditation. I think you have to almost, what is it called, educate yourself and almost train yourself to be more open.
Yeah, well,
is that how it is?
Yeah, and that's if you have a good instructor for meditations, that's what they're going to also tell you is how to become there, how to get there. I think it's just easier, or it's faster for me maybe because of being a child and hearing voices at such a young age. It just comes more natural to me. But everybody does have the ability. I believe that.
Now, you just said at a young age. What age did you realize you were sensitive?
I don't recall anything except for what my mom had told me, that when I was approximately 4 years old, I would come to her with messages that I would give to her, and they were profound enough for her to ask me where I heard them from, and I told her I'd gotten the message from an angel or from God. And so it was way back when that I started.
But then it kind of shut down in your teen. Was it in your teens?
It did. It actually shut down for, it was my young teens. I had gone to a parochial school, and we just didn't do that there. So I think I sort of like put it out of my mind. But then when I moved, then as I went to a different high school, and I was starting to open up a little more, and things were starting to click again, but I just didn't pay too much attention to them until I moved down here. And then the more I focused in on them, the more they said, hello, we're back.
Now, we were talking about meditation. I see people in the room. Depends the type of meditation. Is that true? Like, what kind of meditation do you do?
The meditations that I do are strictly relaxation meditations that are guided by me in nothing but the realm of white light. Nothing's good. We don't deviate from outside the white light at all. Some people do like to do other things. I try and keep people with me focused on being in a safe place where they're not going to try anything. Astral projection, things like that.
Yeah.
I don't like to go there with them. I like to just get them calm, let them focus in on themselves, and know that when they're in a calm state, they can actually start to get messages. And that's the meditations that I like to do.
Okay, yeah, because why, someone asking Earth, I think it's Earth Angel.
Earth Angel too, yeah.
Why do you just use the white light, Pam?
Well, because when I'm doing my meditations, I'm doing them just to help remove stress for the people with me. Remove stress and help them. And they're looking to just relax and open up a little bit. And so I keep them in the white light because I feel personally, I've been working in the white light all my life. It's a safer place for me to be. The white light will remind them that they are protected by the angels, and they don't need to fear going through a meditation.
And I know people put in the chat room positive energy. It's the positive.
Positive energy.
Actually, that's something we talked about on our panel over the weekend, was what you put in different equipment you use, because people were talking about Ouija boards. And like, I never use Ouija boards, and I try and tell people you shouldn't use a Ouija board. And this one lady was saying, oh yeah, the Ouija board, like, it's possessed. And the one gentleman at the thing, actually Scotty Rourke, was trying to tell her it's not the Ouija board itself, it's what you as a person put into it. If you're looking for negative energy, like looking for, oh, the scary, something that's going to really spook you, and that something negative is going to come through. Mm-hmm. But if you're, like you said, you're staying in a white light, you're putting positive energy into it, most likely that's what you're going to get out of it then. Sometimes you might, I know we've had cases where you've kind of got jabbed in the back with what do you call it, psychic dagger. And that was kind of uncalled for because we're being respectful and professional to the spirits at the location. But I know that was a big, heated debate about the Ouija board itself is like possessed or something.
I don't like the Ouija board.
Yeah, I
To
don't.
be honest with you, I have used one in my youth. I used one actually with my grandmother, and it was, but it was just at the time a play toy, which is always the way it starts out.
Yeah.
But then we never did use it after that until I used it once again. Next time around was probably when I was a late teen in high school with a friend of mine. But I like to stay away from them now. I just don't because you're right. There's too many. Depending on what kind of mood you're in, or where you are, if you're in a negative place, some things can come through, and I just choose not to be there.
Yeah. Just try and stay in the white light. We have a question from, let's see, Earth Angel again. They're asking, a spirit comes to you during investigation. Aren't you concerned it won't leave you? Like it follow you home?
I'm always concerned about that. I always sage myself when I leave, and I go in prepared. I'm always carrying some sort of an amulet to remind me, and it only is a reminder for me to protect myself. The one I have on this evening is the one I wear continuously for investigations. It's an archangel amulet. Reminds me that I am fully protected by all the archangels. That doesn't mean that one hasn't come home with me. I have had some passengers come home with me.
Yeah.
Once I am able to get to the house, able to sage and get rid of them. But they do, on occasion, follow me home.
Yeah, and I know after every investigation, Pam does sage us and say a little prayer. I think it's a prayer, right? You don't usually say it out loud. And that's a thing. I know some people might be like, oh, there's no use to it. But you know what? I think a lot of things, if you believe in it, I think things will work. If you put enough energy or positive energy backing something in belief. If you're not believing, then it probably won't work, and something will follow you home.
That's like any prayer. Anything. If you have faith in what you're saying, then it's going to help you. If you don't, and somebody says, yeah, right, whatever, and then they go off, well, then it won't help them.
Yeah, it won't help you too much. But now another thing we had talked about before we came on the air here, you do channeling?
Yeah.
And I don't know, explain to people, some people might not know what channeling is.
Well, I haven't done it in a while, but channeling is actually when I have to be in a certain, I have to allow it, first of all. I have to be, I'm always prepared for it.
Yes.
Well, most times I'm prepared for it. But I will put myself into a state where I will allow a spirit to actually come and use my body to get a message out or to speak to somebody in hopefully a good way.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's heavier though, and I have caught myself if it gets too heavy, I have to stop and just use everything I can to push it out.
Now, when you say heavy, you mean something negative that's
Yeah.
trying to push through?
Yes.
So you can actually shut it off?
Well,
It's-
for me, is it a shut off? I'm always at a struggle when a heavier energy comes in, and it's a struggle for me, but I can stop it from coming in. And I usually get that clue up front that it's going to be negative because it starts to become my shoulder, and because it's coming in from this way, I feel it start to be very, very, very heavy. And so if it does, I can prevent it and stop it from coming through and refuse.
Okay. Well, maybe we could try a little channeling here. I know we had talked about this earlier, you got to do a little preparation.
Yeah.
It'd take a few minutes. So what we're going to do is Pam is going to go get the stuff she needs to meditate here and do the channeling.
Okay.
And I'm going to put a video on here of a gentleman that never saw an apparition from Scare Tactics. And when he did, it wasn't a real one, but he screamed like a girl. It was really funny. So give me 1 second here. We're going to put this video up from Scare Tactics. I've played this before. Some people have seen it. But it's so funny. This guy freaks out. So we will play this Scare Tactics video. And When we come back, Pam will start channeling. Maybe I'll channel with her too.
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for coming through. I don't know if he's told you what recently what's happened with our family. My daughter Gretchen passed away because she was electrocuted, and it was awful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. This is Alyssa, who you'll be babysitting. She's 8, and that was Gretchen at 12. If she wants to talk, just really, looking for something to just make her feel comfortable again,
Okay.
Alyssa!
Honey.
Gary, this is Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
I'm gonna just go out for dinner with Daddy, okay? There's food in the fridge if you need anything.
Okay.
Oh, here's my cell phone if you need it for anything.
Okay.
And I would say about a couple hours. That's it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Did my mom tell you about Gretchen?
Just that she passed away and she's in heaven now.
Do you think you can talk to people when they're in heaven?
Of course you can.
When I talk to Gretchen, my mom says that I don't talk to her.
What do you
But I
mean?
really do.
Yeah, you just have to talk, and I'm sure they hear you. I'm sure they're all around you all the time.
That's Gretchen.
That's Gretchen.
Alyssa, I want you to play with me. No, Gretchen, I don't want to go play.
Oh my gosh.
Who are you?
I'm Gary.
What are you doing with my sister?
We're just playing.
I want Alyssa to play with me.
Oh my gosh, I'm calling your mom.
I don't want to play. Alyssa, no.
Hello?
I'm scared.
Alyssa's mom?
Yeah, this is Jill.
I'm freaked out right now.
What's going on?
The TV turned on and there was like somebody talking through the speakers.
Well, maybe you have it set on the DVD if you're watching it.
No,
You
no, I had a conversation
gotta- With who?
with the television. Oh my god, please come home.
What happened?
Come home, please, I'm not joking.
I'm turning around right now.
I think we should go outside.
No. I want to stay here. I'm scared. No. Alyssa, I want you to play with me. You shouldn't be. Because you're on scare attack.
Shut up! What? Oh my god!
Whoa. Pam's channeling here. Whoa, man. Dude, I was just like in the 80s doing some power chords. Who channeled me in here?
Hey, dude. Hi.
Like you like some hippie chick or something.
I need some 80s, dude.
I'm a hard rock dude. So this is what channeling? I've come through Bob now.
You have come through Bob.
Who are you channeling through?
They've come through Pam.
And this bubbly brew in front of us, was this part of Pam's thing to help us?
It clears the mind.
I don't know, dude. I just like to do power chords.
The power chords.
So, okay, this is our attempt of channeling. Is this how it works?
No.
What's your name?
You found my number, too?
I think you're a decade before me,
I think so.
or a couple decades. I'm from the 80s.
You ladies. I'm from the 60s. I'm all about peace and love and harmony.
I'm about partying, rocking, chicks.
Chicks.
You can just call me dude.
Okay, dude.
So what are you going to do now, channeling?
I don't know what I'm going to do now, channeling. It's a little out of my zone.
A little out of your zone. Do you need any funny cigarettes to help with the zone from the 60s?
No. I finished them already.
I got a dude that knows a dude that knows another dude.
That has a dude?
Yeah,
Really?
they can hook us up with a doobie.
Yeah.
I got a lot of dude friends. I got some dudette friends too.
Call 'em. Rock 'em out.
It's all right. This was our attempt at channeling.
His lame attempt.
Yeah.
He made me do this.
All right. I made Pam do it with my chips glasses. I have to put my regular glasses on because I can't read the chat room. Let's see. Looks like Kiss Cousin. I really thought I was trying to go for the effect of Slash from Guns N' Roses. Yeah, Pam, I'm not sure because I'm not from the 60s. The only thing I remember from the 60s is like...
Janice.
Yeah, and... whatchamacallit? Jim Morrison. The Doors.
Doors.
The Doors.
The Doors.
So, this was our attempt at channeling. I don't think this is really how it works, is it, Pam?
No. This is a lame attempt at showmanship.
Hey, you know what, people? In our head, this seems so much more together. But hey, we did look funny. We dressed up for Halloween. It's a Halloween special, so... Don't go breaking my heart. Is that 60s?
No.
I think that's 80s.
I think it's 2006.
Anyone coming in the room that's wondering what happened? We were channeling. I just took my costume off. I'm going to make Pam keep hers on for a little bit longer.
And so...
Pam, if you
And
want.
what's up with this? This is so cool.
This was our brew.
Dry ice.
Pam, you're not supposed to give the secret away.
Oh.
This is what helped us channel our 80s and 60s.
That's right.
Our 80s dude and 60s chick. Now, this is when you're channeling, you actually don't actually turn and change into costume. But I have seen Pam's friend Bob channel, and it is pretty funny. Hey, someone's saying, "Hey, Mom, it's Pam's son."
Oh, hey, Chris.
He's definitely recording this to use as blackmail down the road. Mom, remember when you dressed up on a show on the internet?
Oh, he didn't know he had such a sexy mama.
Yeah, sexy mama from the 60s. But in a minute here, I'm going to let Pam just take her costume off quick, and then she has, you work with crystals and stones and that, right?
Yep.
So I want to talk about that with Pam.
Okay.
So I will let you go change quick.
Okay.
I will hold the fort down
Okay.
for 1 minute.
Peace out.
Peace out. Oh, Pam, that was so funny. I'm just reading some chat room. That was our attempt at channeling. It wasn't very hard to find a concert shirt and some... Technically, the hair that you saw, my hair used to be that long, but it was pure blonde. And, hold on 1 second. I actually hit something here. Let's see. Chook. Okay, 1 second. I'm just trying to get this view up here. Let me see. There we go. We are back live with our Halloween. And we have a little munchkin. Tell everyone, look at, Pam has regressed in age. She is now a 4-year-old. How are you doing, Pam? Say hi.
Hi.
Isn't this awesome? What a Halloween night. First we channel and become a hippie chick and 80s dude. Now Pam has become a small child next to me. Look at, see? She's doing meditation. Do meditation, Pam. The ladies go, So, but Pam will be back out here in a minute, and she's going to talk about with her stones and that. All right, Pam, I need you to go back. If you look right up there, tell everyone hi.
Hi.
Say, Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
And yes, that's our special potion. But yeah, this is awesome. I did not know Pam was this talented with channeling, being able to change herself into a 4-year-old. This is awesome. It's like my greatest Halloween ever. So, but Pam, can you change back to your older self? Are you able to do that, Pam? All right, you go and change, okay? You go change and come back.
Am I Hello Kitty?
Yeah, you can go and change. All right, Pam will be back to her regular self. I did not know Pam was this talented. This is an awesome Halloween. But she'll be here in just a minute. Oops, sorry about this. And she'll be talking about stones and different gems she uses and cases. And she's actually, a lot of people don't know this, Pam actually counsels kids with that realize they have a sensitive gift. We've been on a few cases already where we've worked with children, and Pam takes them aside and talks with them and tries helping them realize that this is a gift. It's not a curse or anything. Because a lot of kids nowadays, kids will pick on them. So I think Pam's ready to come back, and she's back to her older self.
What?
Come on, Pam. I did not know you were this talented. See? Come here, Pam. Come on in. I did not know that you were this talented. I just showed everyone how you made yourself regress back to a 4-year-old. And you were here meditating and everything.
Yeah?
Do you not sense that when you're in that form?
No, when I'm in that form, I'm oblivious to everything.
See? That's something I just learned now. If you can somehow regress yourself back to a younger age, you don't remember it. So, this is a crazy Halloween. So, all right, Pam,
I feel better, Michelle.
grab your box. All right.
Watch it.
What do we got in the goodie box here?
No, you asked me to bring some of the crystals that I
Okay.
work with. So I did. That's.
Am I allowed to touch them? Because I know sometimes people
No.
have personal crystals, and I can put energy
I will
off on them.
hand to you the ones that you can touch.
Being treated like a child on my own show.
Okay. Sometimes when I'm doing healing with some crystals on somebody who comes to me, depending on what they're looking for as far as needing help with, I have certain crystals that they either hold or I can place on their body while I'm healing them. And these are just a sample of some of the crystals. This is a rose quartz, and that one is one that I'll use if they're, I don't know, they're going to be able to see that.
Yeah, they'll be able to see. I'll get up closer.
But
It's a rose quartz.
They're tumbled stones. It's a rose quartz, and that one I'll put on their use for clearing their heart chakra if they're having a love relationship kind of issue or something, or a loss of something that's breaking their heart or whatever. I will use rose quartz.
Okay. Now these you can get on your website too, right?
Well, yeah, the ones I have left, you can just email me, or if they're not on the website, email me and I can get some for you. But you can get them at any gem store. The store in Melbourne,
Creative Energy.
Creative Energy, has a ton to choose from. And that's a very good store. They're priced very reasonable. But you can go online, any gemstone shows in your area, check them out, because they all have these. And it just, when you go to gem shows, or even when you go to the store, Creative Energy, when you put it in your hand, you'll be able to know if that's the one for you. You'll be able to get it. You'll feel it.
You feel like a vibration, almost like a vibration,
Well,
like a heat.
Well, not heat, but it's a sense. It's a sense. You'll just know that this is the one, or you're going to know it's not. You're going to pick up two. I think this is one. How about this one? And you're going to say this one's better. So
Now, we just got a question. I'm sorry. The person was asking, how do you clean the stone? Like if someone's like if you're going to like a show and person after person keeps picking them up. Mm-hmm. What if there's something on there? Like you get the vibe, but you bring it home and you feel there's something else there. How do you?
You can do one of two things. You could either give them a saltwater bath and let them dry in the sun. Or if it's a dark colored stone, you don't want to do that. Some stones you don't want to give dark saltwater baths to either. But you can either saltwater bath them or sage them. And actually, you know what, I brought this too to show everybody. This will talk to you about how to cleanse them. This is a book that you can get anywhere. It's a crystal Bible. It'll tell you all about the gemstones and how to take care of them, what they're good for. But that's a great book. I've had that one for years. It gives you insight as to what where they come from, where they're located, what their attributes are, and how you can use them to make yourself feel better. So check it out if you can find that one. But that will tell you the darker stones you don't particularly want to give a saltwater bath to. Those are more for your crystals. But this will tell you all about which ones to cleanse. Here's a round crystal quartz. That's one that if I was healing with
That's
somebody,
kind of cool looking.
I would use that, and I would rest that one on their crown chakra. And here is an amethyst. I think a lot of people know amethyst. It's a healing stone, and I would put that around the third eye area.
Oh, you can't even barely see that one. I see it now. Now, I know Dee had put in the chat room, I don't know if a lot of people know, that you can charge the stones up through the moon, right?
Yes. You can take your stones. I will take all my stones and rinse them. Actually, it's best to do it probably every month if you're going to be using them a lot. And you can rinse them out, and then you can put them in the full moon. Put them out. It doesn't have to be a full moon, but it's preferable. And just lay them all out on your sidewalk or a place where you know that they'll be safe, and let the moon, the darker stones especially, like the moon instead of the sun. Don't put any of your dark stones in the sun. Here is an example of why not to do that. This gemstone.
Can I touch it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. That is an amethyst, and that is used for healing. And you can put that at the base of your bed, underneath the head of your bed, I should say, or wherever you feel like you're going to sit down and relax and you need some healing. You can put that there. This I want to show you is a stone that I picked up in Georgia. It is also an amethyst, but you can see how faded out it is.
Come on.
This is, yes, you can. That's what they look like on the outside. It's a geo thing.
Okay.
See, it's a big circular.
That's what it looks like on the
stone.
outside.
Yeah. And on the inside, when you crack them open, they're filled with crystals. This one has been washed and put in the sun, and it's faded. And it's supposed to be. I mean, they are dark like this.
This one was?
Not when I got it, but it's faded.
Oh, okay.
So I use it to show people why not to put
Because
dark stones in the sun, because they do fade. Some of them do fade.
And when you say they fade, does that mean they lose some of the energy for the healing? Or?
No, I don't think they lose the energy for the healing. It just looks.
No, it's the cosmetics.
It's cosmetics.
Now we had a question in the room. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Here. Go up here. It's this mouse. Where is it? Right here. This one here. What's the most important thing to know about? What's that? Chakra?
About chakras? What's the most important thing to know about chakras? There's a lot of things to know about chakras. Are you talking about when I'm aligning them in a meditation with my crystals? Chakras get stuck a lot for certain people. If your energy, if you don't have the energy flowing through a lot, you need a chakra clearing, whatever you want to call it. I do an alignment. I do have meditations that I will sit down with a person if they need to be, if they're not thinking right and everything, and they want to, and I can sense their chakras need to be aligned or cleaned. There's a meditation that I have which starts at the top and just we clean each one as we go down. But as far as they're all equally important, each one plays a different role.
The chakras.
The chakras.
Make sure I get it right.
Roles, yeah.
It's kind of like, what's that word I couldn't say?
Botanicals?
Yeah, I was saying. Messing with me.
Botanicals.
Now there's another question, or not a question, but Michelle saying heat can also affect some of the stones.
Heat can affect the stones. It'll affect the color of the stones as well. Yeah.
But like you were saying about the sun, kind of fade them out.
Yeah, fade them out, and it may even crack some.
Oh, really?
If it's too hot, so you want to keep them. I've seen some crystals, clear quartz crystals. Here, I've got mine and carry on me. Go ahead.
Well, no, as I say, can you punch in Pam's website for someone in the chat room? PetalsandSage.com.
I did.
Can you put it in again? One of the ladies was asking.
This is my crystal, which I keep with me all the time.
Some right now.
No, you can't touch it. But this one, I have seen one very similar to this get held. Someone saged it to cleanse it, and it turned it brown.
Really?
It before you know it, the whole thing is turning dark and dingy, and it didn't clean back. So.
That's good to know because I know a lot of people use sage.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think it would affect it.
But it does. It does heat and smoke. If you have a crystal quartz, you want to keep it away from. You can put it in the sun, but you want to keep it away from smoke and stuff like that.
Okay. We got a question from Barbara. What about the heat of your hands? If you're channeling healing energy, will that affect the gems?
If I'm holding a gemstone while I'm doing any channeling, that definitely needs cleansing when I'm done. I have seen you talk about Bob before.
Yes.
He's a friend of ours, and he channels. He has held gemstones in his hand, and the heat from his channeling was so intense it cracked the stone in his hand. And he wasn't holding it on to it tight. The vibrations it must have been a weak stone, and it just cracked it. So you got to watch out. But if I try not to hold any stones when I'm channeling, and I will even take off some of my my jewelry, my coppers and everything, because they will heat up, and it's just uncomfortable. So I take off my jewelry when I'm doing it.
That's good to know. See, I don't do it. You're just actually opening this whole world to me the more I talk with you. Mm-hmm. That's why I have you on the show, because things like this, I hate to say naive about stuff like this. Yeah. And this is what it's about, educating. Like I always say, it's about educating myself and educating people in the field, because I don't think it's just a scientific way of investigating and helping people. Because I've seen Pam help people with crystals and working with residential cases where there's children involved, where you were talking with the one family and you told them to go to the local, that creative energy, and get certain crystals in that to help their daughter, because she's a special child. She's got the gift. Now, we're talking about stones. A picture of what? Someone sent a picture over to... Hold on. Someone sent a picture here, my wife's telling me. Oh, yeah.
Excuse me,
Can you
I'll
make
check it out.
Hold on, Pam's gonna take this picture out. Someone just sent this from the chat room here. Hold on, Pam's gonna take this picture out. Someone just sent this from the chat room here. What did it look like?
That was you don't want me to go there, Chris, with that photo right now, do you?
Oh, was your son?
Yeah.
All right, we don't have to echo it anymore. What was in the picture?
It was a picture of my son sitting on a sofa, and he and his girlfriend have moved into this newer an apartment new for them, and he has been sensing there's some activity. He's on the team too. He's one of our videographers.
Yes.
But he's been sensing something in that apartment now, and this picture shows him reclining on the couch, and there was an orb or white light orb right by the arm of the sofa where he was.
But it wasn't like
sitting
a.
next
I could see it from a distance. It didn't look like it was a perfect circle. It
to him.
almost
No,
looked
it
like
looked like a.
it was
looked
like a streak going up,
Yeah,
like it was moving.
Yeah.
Hey, peanut gallery, he's making jokes. If I can, I know Chris sent it over. I'll try and put it on Facebook after the show so everyone can check it out. But it's pretty cool. And you know what? Instead of putting it out right away, I'll put it for the November show as one of the pictures. You guys can give us your opinion on the November 20th show, where you, the viewer, are the guest, and we'll all debate what it is.
That's
That's
that's a condo that I was telling you earlier, that one of the places we've been asked to go into.
Oh, all right. Hey, that's even cooler now.
Because I know a little bit of history of that one is that the woman that was there before them expired in the unit, and nobody's found her for a week. So it could be that she's still haunts the place. Who knows?
Yeah, she may have just felt comfortable there and doesn't feel like leaving. I gotta look back here. We had another question, I think. Oh, no, Rich was just chiming in saying science does not have all the answers. It should only be there to aid in paranormal studies, which that's very true. And see, that's one thing. Even though Pam's a sensitive, she still carries a recorder, cameras. She has a video camera. She's not just like, 'cause I have met some sensitives, or they call themselves mediums or psychics, where they just they don't carry nothing. They just stand in the room of kind of look at me, and I don't mean to be like this. I had a bad experience, but I don't understand how you can stand in the middle of the room, excuse me, and yeah, I understand Pam is getting messages and that. I believe her 100%, because Pam I'm always testing Pam. But the thing is, Pam backs herself up with a recorder to try and maybe get an EVP and try and get something else, And that's the biggest thing in the paranormal field. That's why I think there's so many skeptics don't believe in sensitive and mediums, because a lot of these people go around, they don't have anything else with them to try and back up what they're feeling.
On investigations, I'm looking for something. I have my recorder and I'll have my camera. I'm looking for that little bit of proof that I can even give you. Because if I'm hearing and I'm seeing and sensing, man, I hope there's something there, because I'm vocalizing it, and if there's something here to back it up, that'd be awesome.
That's awesome, because Pam loves confirmation. Because I'm always testing Pam so that I can get confirmation, and actually it helps her too, because I'd be like, I don't tell her history of some locations we go in unless it's something I've been told there's something maybe negative there. I'll tell you that just so you protect yourself. But Pam actually came down to my house. This was a while back, and a friend of ours wanted to meet Pam to see if she could help her get in touch with her spirit guides. And my wife went over there with Pam, and it was our friend Melissa. And they're sitting there, and Pam's talking. All of a sudden, she gets a message through and goes, she wasn't sure if it was for my wife Dee or Melissa, and she's like, I don't know, but one of you are pregnant, or going to be pregnant. And Dee comes home, and my wife goes over and is like, Pam said one of us are going to be pregnant. I'm like, oh, crap. So, but it was like 3 days later, or 4 days later, our friend Melissa calls my wife up, and she's like, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, oh, man, I have to call Pam. And that was like awesome confirmation. I mean, it was maybe 4 days, if that. But that's what we're trying to do in the paranormal field. Like I always tell people, you're an investigator. People that are friends of mine and my colleagues, I'm not trying to convince you that there's paranormal activity or spirits roaming around. I'm trying to convince the armchair paranormal investigator just sitting back at home, that's bull crap. And that's a big reason why I try and get as much confirmation as evidence to back up. Like I always tell you, if you feel something, even if it's weird, just call it out, because you never know. You want to have an EVP that backs you up. So.
Yeah, and I was one of those people at the Pritchard house that was standing there with several other people, and we made the bed, and there was a commotion in the hall. We all turned our heads to look, and when we turned back, and I did not have my recorder, and I was really, really angry, and there was no camera. Nobody was videotaping, and because it was the inaugural tour. But as we turned back our heads back around, I was standing next to the bed. It was totally unmade again, and I just thought, dang, I wish I had a video or a recorder or something.
That's why I'm excited. This is the house that I was talking about earlier on the show. This Friday, October 28th, they're doing Ghost on the Coast event there. And I think they're only selling about 12 tickets. It's going to be a small group. So if you're worried about, oh, there's going to be like 30 or so people are going to be stepping over each other, that's not going to happen. And I'm just geared to go because I haven't really been able to investigate it. The most I've investigated like is in an hour. I was down at the other end of the event. So that's why when Pam was telling me, I was like, oh, man, I missed it. I would have had my camera and...
You forgot to tell them one thing.
What?
The iron bodice in the middle bedroom upstairs is an iron bodice that women used to use and put their dresses on to sew, and it's heavy. And it was there for decoration, and it was facing the inside of the room, and 3 times by one of the other investigators, it turned and faced forward. She didn't actually see it move, but she straightened out the room. She went to the next room, straightened it, and to the next room, straightened it. There was nobody else in the house. She walked back through to the stairs to go down. She turned, and it was facing out again.
See, I'm so geared to go because I'm going to put cameras here and there and see if this stuff is moving, if beds are being unmade. But we actually got something from the chat room. What's going on? Is it a video, you said? They want Pam to look at this.
Very short.
So
It's from Lori. Okay. GJ Ghost Hunters.
So Pam's going to check out the video there quick. Give me a second. This is awesome. The interaction tonight. Pictures being sent, videos. But I'm telling you, I didn't know that until Pam. I know Pam had mentioned that earlier, but I forgot about that event. That's what I'm telling you. If you want to come investigate there, definitely come check it out with us. So what do you got there on the video?
I'm going to play it one more time. It was quick.
Oh, I'm losing my mouse. That wasn't paranormal. That was a dog wrapped up.
The video is Lori from GJ Ghost Hunters.
It's Gilchrist Jail Ghost Hunters.
And it says something about something Cove, Green Cove.
Oh, that's the jail I'm going to be doing in November
And
with them.
something white flies behind them in a stairwell.
Hey, Lori, I didn't get to look at it. I know Pam checked it out. Send that over to me. I'll put it on the show on the 20th. I'll check it out and let you know. You did?
Yeah.
I need an email.
Oh, okay. It's my wife's in my email. I'm sorry. See, I'm not used to so many people in the studio here helping me out. I'm like, good Lord, I got people everywhere helping tonight. This is awesome.
Good. That's pretty good, Lori. I'm going to have to look at that again. It happened so fast, but you're certain there was no cars or anything going by. I still don't feel it's a car light. There was something there with you. I'll have to look at it again.
So
That was cool.
I'll have to check it out now. See, it gets my interest up. See, my ADHD clicks and I want to leave. Like, oh, let me look at it now. Now,
It was in one of the cells.
someone was asking, what's the difference? Is there a difference between spirit guides and angels being around you?
Spirit guides can be a deceased relative. They can be a guide that's not a relative, just a guide that's there for you. Angels are angels. They're there to protect you and to offer you help where they can. That's why I'm always calling on the archangels for my safety and protection. But I know, it's funny. I've been getting a lot of people will be talking to me, and if I'm with them and it's a nice clear day out, and they'll ask me a question, and I'll find myself looking up to the sky, and I give them an answer just by looking at the clouds in the sky, and I say the angels have put the clouds there to give me this answer, because I don't know, but it wasn't a voice. It wasn't like my guides. I hear a voice. I think angels come to me in a more subtle way.
Oh, really? Than spirit guides? Are spirit guides more on top of you, like trying to give you the like, hey?
I believe I came in contact with my spirit guide probably about 9 years ago. And it was a Native American spirit guide, went by the name of Wantantanka. And he it was they told me he was my main spirit guide, but I have other spirit guides that, like, for lack of better terminology, that like work under him or work for him, and but they change. Depending on if you've reached the part of your life where they're supposed to be there to help you with, then you'll move on. And that comes sometimes in the form of a deceased loved one helping you as well.
Now, we have a question. Does everyone have a spirit guide?
I believe everyone has a spirit guide, yes.
It just depends if you hear them.
At least one, if not more.
And it just depends if you're listening. Because I know you've told me a few times, my spirit guide gives me messages, but I'm not always listening.
You don't listen.
I know my wife says that too. So
you do get messages sometimes, though.
Who, me?
You.
Yeah, I know. I think that sometimes when I'm supposed to I want to do something a certain way, and then I'm like, something, little voice in the back of my head says, nah, don't do it that way, and I don't. Mm-hmm. Or hold off getting something for the show, paying on something, and then next thing I know, I had to pay a bill, came early or something, Or car, before Pensacola, I had to do something to my car before I went, and it was kind of cool. I didn't buy this extra stuff for the event. Mm-hmm. So I thought, that's where I tell people sometimes, where I think everyone is sensitive in some way. It's like when you drive the same route home every day, and then one day you're like, something tells you, I'm going to go a different way, and then it turns out there's a huge accident. And that's why I say everyone, I think, it just depends if you're open to it. And I'm getting there.
You're getting there.
Pam's making me more open. She's making me more sensitive.
Oh, brother.
Oh, this isn't Valentine's, this is Halloween. Yeah, sensitive. So, let's see. I think there's another question. Oh, it's Dee. She's telling her experience. This was really an awesome experience. Now, I don't know. Dee goes to this class. I know you've gone there. A friend of ours does this spiritual class. I think is it once every month? Twice every month. And they do different things, working with stones, meditation, trying to get in touch with your spirit guide. And my wife is talking in the chat room about it, and she actually got in touch with her spirit guide and had like a wonderful moment. Because anyone that's new to the show, our first daughter passed away of heart disease, and one of the things that we never experienced with her that we experienced with our other 4 kids is we got to hold our other kids after they were born. We couldn't hold her due to her heart problem, and she had to have major open heart surgery, so we couldn't stimulate her because she needed as much energy and strength as possible for the surgery. So my wife didn't get that moment in time to snuggling and caressing. And the night when she was at our friend's house doing his meditation, her spirit guide met with her and just handed her a baby, and she could feel the sensation of holding. And that's what I told her. I go, maybe your spirit guide gave you that moment back in time, because it was like an empty spot for her. And I felt sad for her because I know how it is, each of our kids being able to hold them.
And it changed everything.
And that makes me sad because that was an awesome moment for her, and I wish I could get that moment, but I'm just not. My wife is more sensitive. She sees stuff that happen in our house all the time. Pam has to come over and help us out. Bob sometimes has to come over. Not me, Bob. I'm Bob 1, he's Bob 2. So, but that's just what my wife was talking about. I just wanted to explain it because I think it's an awesome moment for her that she had. And I think everyone can have that if you do classes. I know you used to do meditation classes, didn't you? Are you doing those still?
I gave guided meditations. It has slowed down, which is a godsend because I've been drawn other ways. But yeah, guided meditations. But yeah, TJ's got those great classes.
I know.
Yeah.
Now, I know it's almost 10:30 already. Time's flown by with us doing all that channeling and Pam reverting back to a 4-year-old. It's just been awesome. But before we end this, I want to let people know, I was talking about it earlier, you counsel children with special gifts. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you what, Pam is awesome. I know a lot of people have met Pam in a room, and Pam will do anything. If people have a question, they call her, need help, she calls. I mean, when I was in Pensacola, I talked to Pam, and she had some stuff going on with a case with a small child that was running. I mean, I don't want to go into detail because it's a residential, but things were going crazy, and I just happened to call her to ask her about another case I got a text on with a small child, and the sensitive Scotty was there. He's like, he didn't even know what I was talking with Pam about, and he goes, "Hey, I need to call your sensitive back," and I'm like, "Why?" I had to tell her a message to help that kid, and I'm like, I didn't even tell you it was a kid. So that's the awesomeness of Pam with kids. But for counseling, tell people what you do for counseling kids with special gifts.
Well, it's not just the kids; it's the whole family.
Yeah.
And I talk to them because I know how it was when I was a kid, and so I kind of I'm hoping I can help them understand that what they have. So I will go in and talk to the children and the family and see if I can figure out what's going on, because right now, by me going in, I've only gotten the call from the parents or one of the parents saying all this is happening. What I do is I then say, yes, I will come meet you. And lots of times it's not at the house, it's at a playground, a park. So I need to see them. I want them to be comfortable. And the children, I'll speak to the children and I'll see, I can figure out just by talking to them what kind of gifts they have. And I deal with them. Don't be afraid of it. And then that's when I usually give my gemstones away. If I have one, hang on to this stone here and keep this one under your pillow. And here's one for you to help you when you call your angels. If you're ever frightened, I'll talk to them about different things. And then I have to usually turn back around and talk to mom and dad, because a lot of times mom and dad don't know what's going on either. And it's more complicated than just saying, do it this way, little person.
Yeah, because you got, like, I know one case we're doing, the mom is a little, I want to say the right words. Okay, I won't say that. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but I know one of the cases we were doing.
The mother's more excited about it.
Yes. Watch a lot of TV programs, and I tried explaining to her that what you see on TV is entertainment. It's a lot of the stuff you see isn't real. I don't want to say it's not real, but it's more just entertainment for ratings. What's happening in your house is real. It's going on. Your daughter's going through a problem right now. It might not all be because she's seeing stuff. It might be, like we were talking, kids in school picking on her, because, kid will say something. Some kids don't think it's cool that you can see spirits, and I think, it's hard on them. That's what Pam tries coaching them through that, to get through these moments in life so they don't feel they're an outcast.
Yeah. And they can always call me, and I don't meet them just once. I can meet them several different times. But yeah, sometimes it's not as simple. And I have no medical background whatsoever. So if I ever see that there's a child that maybe has some medical issues, I'm going to tell mom and dad, get her to a doctor, have her, make sure she's okay, she's running a fever or something like that, get her checked out, because I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, but that's what we're here. We're just here to help you to the extent that we can. Once it's out of our hands, all we can do is give you our opinion and advice. Mm-hmm. Other than that, if it's something we can't handle, but that's how, if you're part of a team and you're out there investigating, that's how it should be. The client always comes first. You try and help them to the best of your ability. Once it's beyond yours, don't try and help them if you're not sure. Like Pam said, they need medical help or they need to see a psychiatrist. All you can do is give the parents your opinion, and that's it. If they don't do it, then you can't push it on them. That's when you just got to step back away and hope the parents will do the right thing. And if not, I hate to say it, it's sad because you'll have to step away knowing the kid has a problem, but you can't make the parents do it.
You can't make the parents do it. And all we can do is be there for when they call again.
Yes, and like I was saying last weekend, a lady case we had done about 2 months ago or 3 months ago, it has at least. It's been quite a few months. Started texting me saying stuff was going on, and I think it was kind of funny that I called Pam because Pam was already in a hectic situation with another client, so it was kind of one of those nights. But
you were ill that night too, weren't you? After you spoke to me.
The what?
You were ill after you spoke to me that night.
Yes, that was the night where I was explaining earlier about the guy. The event happened,
yes.
And I was like, I don't know, that whole house we were in, I don't know if what Pam was dealing with came through, because I know the other medium there did say that something attacked him outside. He felt an energy
When
come
he talked
through.
to me on the phone?
Yes. So, shame on Pam.
That's not Pam.
But, okay, what the show on TV is only what they catch. You may go around through an investigation, not capture any evidence, and the next time you investigate, you make it. Yeah, I'm all for that. A lot of people know I've gone to places. People are always asking me why. I've done 2 shows on here so far where I videotaped the whole team investigating the location, and I showed evidence and different stuff that happened on the night. But people say, why don't you do more of these? Because I haven't really gotten another location. I've gotten evidence here and there. Now, Titusville, that might be coming because we've done so many locations, had so many different things happen. I might just do it all as one thing. Downtown Titusville should be coming. But like Pam can tell you, we might go to places. Pam can feel that there's stuff going on, but sometimes people don't realize spirits might not want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. It's not like a dog trick or something, like you make your dog sit. They're not just going to come up to you if you tell them, hey, can you tell me your name? And which I talked with people about this over the weekend. This is something people got to realize investigating. You got to start putting the human factor back into investigating. People treat it now like they're hunting animals. I'm going to capture something. I'm going to maybe I can get it. I can't. It's not an it. They used to be in human form. Now they're in a spiritual form. And that's the thing. I think people are losing the respect. I mean, I always say, would you yell at someone on the street, get up in their face and yell? No, because they'll punch you in the mouth. Same thing with a spirit. You're going to be all disrespectful to them. Guess what? They might not punch you in the mouth, but they'll get you a couple days down the road, believe me.
I know Bob's wife, Dee, asked if I could see them earlier, the spirits, and no, not all the time. I can hear them sometimes, but don't see them often. I do see them. I have apparitions in my house. I saw a young man walk through my kitchen one day, and I saw a floating head another time, but not all the time do I see them. I see waves of energy is what I see.
It's getting a little late, but we're gonna answer one more question. It's what do you know about miracles? What do you think of miracles?
I think every day is a miracle. I was just talking about miracles yesterday with a friend of mine. To me personally, they happen all the time. Open your eyes and look. Everything is a miracle for me. Life is a miracle for me. Just my daughter's having a baby. That's a miracle. I mean,
that's very awesome.
I know. I'm going to be a grandma.
I know.
I know.
It's a miracle for me and my wife to make it through a day with our 4-year-old. Every day we pray and think, thank you, we made it another day. But, hey, if you have any more questions, ask away. And if not, we are going to, because Pam's got a little bit of a ride to get home, and Pam is like the rest of us. We have regular jobs we have to go to.
Barbara has a question that Pam didn't answer.
I wish Pam could have answered mine.
What was the question, Barbara? Could you retype it?
Yeah, let me go up here.
Ask her to...
Hey, Barbara, retype the question again, please, and we'll answer it before Pam has to get out of here. Let's see, let me go up here. Let's see, Barbara. Okay, I think that might be it right there.
No.
All right, we're just waiting for Barbara's going to post a question here. And Pam, you better answer it.
So much pressure.
Oh, while we're waiting for Barbara to put her question up, Lori was asking about what. Did you see anything in the video? That's Lori from the Gilchrist.
The little snippet that you sent? Yeah, I did see it. And it's something. It's not a car light. It's not something. There's something there. Someone passed by. I've got to look at it again.
I'll send it over to you through my. I don't know if she emailed you. I know Dee said it's in my email already. I'll send it over to you, and we'll get back with you, Lori, and let you know what it is. Once Barbara puts the question here, we'll answer Barbara's question. And you're welcome, Earth Angel. She said thanks, Bob and Pam. It was great meeting you again. Great energy. Yes, me and Pam do have good energy. Even when we're channeling and not sure what we're doing. Hey,
that was just wrong.
that was fun. You know what, though? I had the idea in my head. Pam, I admit it was all my idea. I made Pam go along with it. You know what? In my head.
You were going to ask me to come as Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, I know. That's the first. Before I answer Barbara's question, I was going to have Pam dress up as Marilyn Monroe, and I was going to be Elvis. Pam said, no way. I'll come as a hippie chick, and that's it. So I was like, all right, that's cool.
I believe it, Barbara. That's, I don't think that was coincidental. I think that was intentional for you. Did you see the question?
No, let's see.
She writes, one time I was driving a long way at night. I said a prayer to keep me safe. At the same time, the radio was playing and the station changed totally. Then a song said, angels all around me watching over me.
Really?
That's not coincidental.
No, I think it's kind of cool.
It is very cool.
So that's cool.
Yes.
I mean, that's the thing you were talking about. Little things like that. Sometimes you don't catch them, but Barbara was able to. It just clicked in when it said it, you know. So that's, yeah, I believe it too, Barbara. And I'm not as sensitive as Pam. I'm trying to be.
And who was it? Could have been a loved one.
Yeah, you don't know.
Could have been your guide, your angel, an angel. Actually, I'm picking up that it was a relative.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that gave you a little sign. That's all I know.
That's cool. See, that's a cool thing. Pam doesn't elaborate. If she doesn't know, she's not going to go into this big thing of, oh, maybe it was grandmother. She's still alive. Grandfather?
No.
Kind of guess. Hey, you can be. That's what I'll do next year. I'll be a medium guesstimator. I'll be guessing. It's your son. Oh, sister?
What are you
Mom?
doing?
That's how I do it, man. That's how we do it here. What is that movie? That's how we roll, baby. Well, I thank everyone for coming out tonight and checking out.
Thanks.
Pam is awesome coming in the studio. It's always fun. And if you want to meet Pam and me, come out this Friday to Titusville.
Yeah.
I'll put it on my Facebook. Pam will post it on her Facebook. October 28th in Titusville, Ghost on the Coast.
Yeah.
Investigation of the Pritchard House. And I'm excited because I want to try and catch some of these events that have been happening there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's going to be pretty cool. I'll have cameras set everywhere.
I'm trying to get Beal to come in. My husband.
Say, I don't think Bill will be sitting at the bar right on the corner there. Hanging out with the bartender.
No, he won't.
Too much negative energy there. So I appreciate everyone coming out for tonight. I want everyone to have a happy Halloween. Be safe. I hope all your kids have a great time and are safe. And I will see everyone back here on November 6th with Scott Grinwald from the Stew. Hopefully I'll be able to keep my shirt on this time because I haven't been working out. So
Better get busy.
Yeah, I know. I better start working out the next 2 weeks. So you guys all have a great Halloween. And instead of going out with Keep the Positive Energy, we're going to do the theme that started the show, the Halloween. So
Peace, baby.
Peace, baby. Paranormal Wavelength signing out. Happy Halloween. Ha 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 ha.